The first conscious decision that I took when I realised that I was going to be a crime writer, the first conscious decision I took was that my central character was going to be as different as I could make him. I decided that he was not going to be a middle-ranking detective who, for various reasons, had a 100% clear-up rate and yet was never going to be promoted. I decided that my guy was going to be a high flyer, and more than that, he was going to be a high flyer who'd already flown. So he begins the first book as a detective chief superintendent, which is sort of the highest of the sub-chief ranks in British policing. And halfway through it, I decided I was just going to make him an assistant chief constable. And he's been there ever since, assistant, deputy, whatever. So the big decision that I've been avoiding and skirting around for the last several books is whether he's going to become chief constable. The desk job to which the question referred. Well, I've answered that. I've made my decision on that, and Bob's future career has been determined. But there's a passage in AFTERSHOCK where Bob and his partner are discussing it, and he says, "I don't know if I really want to be just another chief constable." He says, "Well, don't be your own sort. I'm letting you in a secret here, but that's what's going to happen." The great thing that a mystery writer can have is the urge to ask the question, what if, when you get to the end of a book and you think you know where it's going, but what if he did it or she did it? That would be an even bigger surprise, and can you make that work? And if you get to the stage where you can do that successfully, then you fooled yourself with your plot, so the reader's never going to see through it. I regard myself egotistically as a pretty good plotter. So some of the things that happen in my book are very convoluted. My impression is that what brings people back to the series is the normality of some of the characters and the backstories that they have, the way that you can see what happens when they go home at night. I think that's important, especially if you're going to build a long-running series, as the Skinner series is now. AFTERSHOCK is the 18th book, I think, in the series, and the 19th is signed off, and that's with the publisher, and I'm actually getting to the stage where I'm getting around to thinking about the one after that. My police officers do some things that normal police officers would never do. The interesting thing is I get great feedback from cops, because what my guys are doing is what they would like to do. There hasn't been a great physical involvement by him. In the early books there was. He was always knocking 10 bells out of people, and he hasn't done that for a while. Now he's at a very high rank in the police force, which makes it difficult, but it's a personal indulgence, so maybe in the next book I do he's going to kick the crap out of somebody big time, just to get back to the old days.